Can I start?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Before I begin anything, I like to pay obeisances to my Guru Maharaj, Nitla Vishnu Om Vishnu Pad Stottashat, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and equal dandot pranams to my Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitla Vishnu Om Vishnu Pad Bhakti Vedant Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and Nitla Vishnu Bhakti Vigyan Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj. My equal dandot pranams to Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and all his prominent associates in the line of Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm feeling very happy to be here on this Zoom meeting, this live early morning from here. Special thanks to my godbrother Rangapuri Prabhu who arranged this meeting. It happened so I just came here visiting for 2 days, and he mentioned about this live streaming program, and he asked me if he can put me on this, and I said whenever there is opportunity of Harikatha, most welcome, anytime, even if it is midnight or early morning. So even though I can't see the audience, but maybe they are able to see me, but it's good to have if I see the audience too. It feels more inspiration when the audience in front of the speaker. Anyway, whatever the case is. And secondly, my thanks to Atul Krishna Prabhu, seeing him first time and want to see him in person sometime, traveling all over the globe. Yes, thank you Atul Prabhu. So I don't know Spanish. A few words, como estas and gracias. But I would like to say mucho gusto. That's only I know. So please don't mind if I not able to speak Spanish language. Bhagavad Gita, how much time I have? 45 minutes, okay. You can come here, everyone can see you also. That's good.
We'll give you a bad reputation.
That's good. That's good for me. Yeah. So all respected audience, I greet all of you and welcome all of you too in this live streaming. Why I'm saying so? Because any moment spent in discussing topics about Krishna is considered to be the most auspicious moment according to Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we all know, is a different section. Bhagavatam says, Ayur harti vapumsam udayantas yanchano tasya artham yanchano nit uttam shloka bharata. Every day we witness sunrise and sunset, and with the rising and setting sun is taking away our lives. That means we are losing one day, every single day of our life. But that moment which is spent in discussing the topics of Krishna, no one has rights to snatch, steal, or take away those moments. No sun, no demigod, no one else can take away those moments spent in the topics about Krishna. The reason being is, in Bhagavad Gita, I am making a connection between Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So if you can ask me a question, how is that possible? That means if we're discussing the topics of Krishna every day, we become immortal? How is that possible? Yes, that's possible, because from the Bhagavad Gita perspective, Krishna said, Kaunteha pratijani nam me bhakta pranashati. Krishna told Arjun to announce this, my devotee never perish. My bhakti never perish. So that means whatever we are accumulating every single day, the topics of Krishna, bhakti, chanting, remembering, serving, those moments can't be taken away by anyone. That remains our legacy. So Krishna is guaranteeing this. Okay. And also Krishna said in Gita, Neha vi karma shochati pratyavayana vidyate swalpamasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. Meaning is, a little endeavor on this path. Which path? The path of Bhakti Yoga. So be very mindful. Krishna is not referring to any other path. Because when I travel all over the world, I come across this question. They say every path leads to the same goal. If I am doing Hatha Yoga, or this is Bhakti too. If I am serving animals, this is also Bhakti. If I am serving human beings, homeless people, this is Bhakti, because Krishna is everywhere in the heart of everyone. Whatever example they put forth, they produce this and say this is Bhakti. Whereas this is not right. The word Bhakti is only reserved to those activities which are there to please the source of Bhakti, the potent of Bhakti. Bhakti is potency, and the potent of Bhakti is Supreme Krishna. This is reserved only for Krishna. So, swalpamasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. If you are able to understand what I am saying, a little endeavor on this path of Bhakti can save one from many great dangers. If we have doubt in this word of Krishna, then no one can take care of our doubts. But if Supreme Krishna, if we believe He is God and He knows everything and is promising this, we should have very staunch faith. A little endeavor, not even big endeavors, which is sometimes struggling for us, moving and staying in different ashrams. The title of this is Ashram Talks. So ashram here means what? There are 4 ashrams. This talks refers to 4 ashrams: Brahmachari, Grastas, Vanprasthas and Sannyas. So no matter whichever ashram you belong to, we belong to, these 4 ashrams, they emanated from Krishna and they are meant to serve Krishna. Krishna is to be the center of every ashram. If a sannyasi or grasta, doesn't matter. And if we deviate from this concept that Krishna is not the center of my life, then comes many difficulties. And actually, to a matter of fact, difficulty is here in the mind. Difficulty is in the mind. Soul never feel any difficulty. Body doesn't feel any difficulty. Yeah, but I have a back pain, I have headache. This is a difficulty, right, to the body? But who is feeling the pleasure and pain of that difficulty? Body is a dead matter. It is a mind who feels this. And mind is so fluctuating. Sankalp, vikalp. Mind means acceptance and rejections. I accept this, I reject this. Today I accept this, tomorrow I'm going to reject this. Then again I'm going to accept this. It's so fluctuating, so flickering, moves in all directions. To tame that mind, how to be self-centered. But no self-centered, Krishna-centered. That's why we have ashram talks. Talking about who is supposed to be the center of our ashram. Ashram doesn't mean a temple. Also we say, oh yeah, this is Krishna's ashram. But to be more specific, ashram talks means the talks how we in different positions, social positions of brahmachari or grasta or vanprastha or sannyas, our center is the talks about Krishna only. Other time we can have other talks. But when we are in ashram, when we are on ashram talks, we speak about not ashram talks, we are speaking about Krishna talks. And when we are doing so, Krishna is saying this without a promise. Na me bhakt parnashati. My devotee never perish. No one can harm my devotee. But how to become that devotee? Then this is a question Altu Krishna Prabhu asked. So I was making a foundation there. Now coming on a very practical ground, his question was a little lengthy. And first of all, I got nervous to see him. Seeing him first time, so it was a very lengthy question. So whatever I can recall is what he asked, how to engage. Atul Prabhu, if you can repeat again one more time.
It's the 420.
Huh?
Bhagavad Gita 420.
420. Abandoning all attachment to the result of his activities. Ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive actions, although engaged in all kind of undertakings. Yeah. Abandoning all attachments. How you can abandon all attachments? This is just a philosophical point or is a very practical point? How I can abandon? Even we get attachment over shirts. No stain should come on a shirt. Or if someone try to rip my shirt, no, don't do this. We are so attachment to shirt. We are so attachment over hairs, which I don't have, but many have attachment to hairs. And XYZ examples. We have attachment to our house, our family members, and also attachment to our rituals we perform in different social customs in different countries. So here, abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities. I gave a charity, I gave a donation, but now I'm attached to the results of this. So please understand, it's a mind game. Attachment and detachment comes through mind. It doesn't come from the body. And soul has nothing to do with this. So three elements are there working together. Mind, body and soul. Okay. Soul is beyond these concepts. because soul is a part and parcel of Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Mamevanshu jiva loki jiva bhut sanatan. All souls are my part and parcels. So forget about soul. Soul is like away from this. How about body? So when we sleep 8 hours, 7 hours in night, how the body is attached to my activities. If I'm sleeping, I'm in a dormant state. I don't know what's happening outside world. Deep sleep. So where is the attachment when the body is sleeping? So it's all mind game. Now attachment to my fruitive activities. Suppose I give a donation, $100, and my mind is keep on thinking, I'm the doer, I'm the doer, I'm the doer. I gave this, I gave this, I gave this. So if we keep on thinking and get attached to this concept that I have done this, or I have given this charity, or I've given this donation, then comes the attachment. And attachment goes deep into, store in the head, in the mind, I'm the doer. And this is what Krishna doesn't like at all. Krishna is wondering, hey, I am the origin of everything. Aham sarvasva prabhu. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, I am the Lord of everyone, everything emanates from me. How you started claiming that this $100 belongs to you and that you have given this to me? How are you believing this? And if you're believing this, this is what is called false ego. And you're dwelling in that false ego all the time. But the fact is, I have given you this $100. Krishna is saying, I am giving you $100 to use in independent way you want. You can buy some dog food, or you can buy some good and God food. That's your personal choice. I'm not going to interfere in that. I've given you complete independence. I have given you $100. I want to witness and check on this. And that's why Upanishads, Gita is also one Upanishad, but there are many Upanishads. Upanishad says God means Paramatma is just right with the soul, but only acting as a witness and not speaking anything, because you have taken a promise, I'm not going to speak, I'm just going to be a witness. That's called super soul, Paramatma. And in Upanishads, the example mentioned is just like a branch of a tree and two birds are sitting there. One bird is eating the fruit and the other bird is just watching and witnessing what this bird is doing. The bird is offering to me or not offering to me? So Paramatma in the heart is a witness of our doing or not doing activities. So then Krishna also wonders, this is a false ego. I have given you $100 and I'm like acknowledging and witnessing how you're going to spend this. And wherever we're spending that, it's not just about money, it's about any energy we input in, we immediately get attached to that. If I'm good, if I'm putting my energy in my children, I get attached to that. If I'm putting my energy in my house, all the time renovating, painting, I'm putting my energy there, so I get attached to that house. Similarly, if I'm putting my energy in talks about Krishna, in ashram talks, then spontaneously my attachment will go in that direction. So abandoning that attachment, see, I'm not familiar with ashram talks, it's the first visit here, and I don't know what is the trend going on, what is the level of katha going on, I have no idea at all. So that's why it's very important to see the audience, because how deep massage everyone wants, light, medium, or heavy. So philosophy,
Medium.
medium.
Yes.
Philosophy means it can goes to all levels, from the light to the medium to very high. And just on this point, so much to be said. So much can I say. Uh, just on this point, it can goes to very high level too. But I don't want to disturb the audience, otherwise they may think what I'm speaking. In terms of attachment, this this word can take us to so many different levels, attachment. But for now, the topic of attachment is the results of all attachment to the results of his activities. Ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kind of undertaking. Is that easy to abandon the attachment of fruitive actions? Fruitive action means what? Atul Prabhu, how you define fruitive actions here?
Oh, thank you for putting me on the spot.
They
I
put me
don't know. If you're
asking
asking
you.
my personal way of defining it, I will say like basically the results of what we do, the consequences, the success or the failure. Sometimes in our mind we repeat over and over that we want a specific result, we want to be successful, and we if we don't achieve what we want, then it stayed in our mind like I did not do how I am supposed to do. And sometimes we dwell into that and becomes attached, I believe, in our mind too. So for me, the fruitive results is not just the consequences of the actions, um, but also um, the result that I have in my mind and how I feel about those reactions.
Right.
Well, personally.
No, no, you're completely right on this. So there are two varieties on this. One is, as you said, my doings, my actions, my activities. But it another level it goes to some pious activities. Everyone wants to become pious. And when the word pious activity comes, that means any other individual is involved in those actions. Pious activity means feeding animals, feeding homeless people, pious activities. The result of these actions is what? We get something in return. So try and understand this philosophy here. Whenever we offer something to someone, we get results in return. This is a false idea that I have given $100 from my pocket and I am losing that, or I'm sacrificing that, and nothing came back in my pocket. No, no, no. It doesn't work like that. If I'm just giving example of $100. It can be any, it can be in any direction. If I'm putting my energy, like 1 hour, I'm cooking for you. I've spent 1 hour cooking for you. I'm giving some donation from my pocket in your pocket. It seems like I didn't got anything in return. But this is a false idea. We get so much in return, in abundance. But this is very subtle reciprocation which we don't understand. But it happens behind the scenes. These actions create some scars. And some scars is what It's not something tangible we can see or we can touch, but we can understand seeing many situations around. Just like yesterday I was speaking to devotees. Many times I see a family very devotional, but the children are not devotional at all. The children are born in a Vaishnava family, devotee family, and they're seeing every day. My mother is doing offering, my mother is doing arati, my father is chanting, singing loudly Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but children give no attention to that. No care, no attention. And no matter how much we are giving inputs to them, they are totally averse to this. And many times I've also seen the parents are so atheist. They eat and drink anything on the earth. But the children, they become Krishna conscious devotees. So how is this happening? Samskars. Samskars play such an important role in this. But we earn those samskars, or we earn those samskars by some sacrifice. So what happens when abandoning all attachments to the results of fruitive actions? Very first thing we always wonder is what I will get in return. This is human psychology. What I will get in return. If I do certain thing, what is my share in that? Even if it is reciprocation from Krishna. Oh, I'm doing so much for you, Krishna. What I'm going to get in return? Yeah. I'm investing money in bank. What percentage I'm going to get in return? So this is what we get in return. Abandoning the attachment of fruitive actions. What we get in return? Samskars. Samskaras. This is only one level I'm explaining. But there are many other levels on this topic. As I said, what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said on this. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, and this is like a beginning, like a chapter 4. And same personality Krishna is saying differently after some chapters. So we may say, Krishna, you're confusing us. Krishna is not confusing, Krishna is facilitating every section of the society. In the beginning, on one level, and when a devotee progresses, then he's taking the devotee on another level of consciousness. Abandoning the attachment to fruitive actions. Krishna is very happy with this. But if those fruitive actions are surrendered to Krishna, then Krishna gets so much pleased with that. This is a neutral state. I abandon my attachment. This is not positive yet. Try to catch my point, dear audience. We can claim this is bhakti, but this is not bhakti at all. We can claim, oh, I am doing a great sacrifice. This is not bhakti? No. I am come from -1 to 0. So when a person comes to 0, that doesn't mean is bhakti there. Bhakti begins when it comes +1. So this is the point which brings a practitioner, a sadhaka, to point 0, abandoning attachment to fruitive actions. It's not bhakti yet. Why it is not bhakti? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is very external. Eho bhajya. Mahaprabhu is saying this is external because where is the topic of Krishna present in this verse? This is an action which is self-centered. This is action which is not Krishna-centered. And anything which is not Krishna-centered can be termed as bhakti. This is for my upliftment. This is for my benefit. and I'm going to get benefit out of this. So when I'm involved in this, that means it's self-centered, it's Krishna, it's not Krishna-centered. I will get the benefit of abandoning the attachment of fruitive actions. Yes, I'm going to get so many merits on this, credits on this. Yeah, people are going to clap for me. This is how you see football, soccer players, or mm, or a rock star dancing on a stage, and there are 40,000 people clapping for him or her. Why? Abandoning the attachment of fruitive action which are done in the past, and one gets the results of that, and that is popularity, famous, or get some legacy, some wealth, or many XYZ benefits. So immediately we get results of that, but one thing we won't get, and that is Krishna. This we will not get, that is Krishna. Understand? Any question on this, Afrika?
Hmm. So we talk about how to move from -1 to 0, and on itself, for many of us, that's challenging. Abandoning attachment to fruitive actions. Is there something that do you recommend to move even further from 0 to +1? How to move from, okay, there's some duties that I need to do, because I have responsibilities in my community, in my family, at my job. How do I switch from self-centered to Krishna-centered?
That's the most important question, and every devotee should meditate on this. How I can do this? So suppose I own a house. Now it's my attachment or it's my meditation. I can believe that this house belongs to me and I'm enjoying all facilities of this house. But if I put an altar in this house and I pay rent, electric bill, everything to maintain that house, then that action is Krishna action. I am building this house for the sake of having deities at home and their regular worship, and this house is open for the sadhus, for the preachers to come. I'm giving good hosting, loving hosting, and some kirtan harikatha, some QA question answer session talks about Krishna happening in that house. Then my all energy in going out to work, earning money, paying my rent, electric bill, everything is justified there. It's on balance because I used this very simple example. I used my house to make Krishna as the center of my house. You won't believe Puranas sing so much more on this. It's a very beautiful point. If I believe this is my house, of course, I own this house, I earn this house by spending money, which is true in one sense. But it's not true in other sense because when I'm going to die, this house doesn't belong to me. It pass on to someone else. So then how I'm claiming this house is my house? Anyway, that's not my topic right now. If I believe this is my house and I'm cleaning my house, I won't get any spiritual credits on this because my attachment to this house. But just with the belief, you see, this is mind game. Just with the belief, this house belongs to Krishna and the devotees of Krishna to come and preach and discuss Krishna talks, then this house is Krishna's house. And believe me, this is the words from the Puranas. If I'm brooming my house, if I'm cleaning my house, I will get the result of cleaning the temple, not the house. Even though it's the same house. Just with this belief, and not just belief, but also with actions. Suppose I come to your house, Atul Prabhu, I want to come and preach in your house. And just bring some devotees. I'm just going to give some lectures, preaching. This is my work. So if you bring some devotees and we have some Krishna talks there, and after that you're going to clean the house because we all eating prasadam, it will get a little messy. So the result which you get by cleaning that house is not the result of cleaning house. You get the result of cleaning the temple of Krishna. Because the concept is, I have built this house, I'm paying the rent of this house, electric bill, all other utilities, because this is Krishna's house, not my house. And if I believe this or not believe this, this is Krishna's house because after 80 years, 90 years, I have to vacate this house. I have to vacate this house too, this body, and also this house too. So what is the point of just fake believing that this is my house? This is a fake belief. Or this wealth belongs to me. Are Baba, use this wealth when you alive, not when you dead. My Gurudev, he was very specific on this point. One devotee asked a question to Gurudev. I want to donate my eye when I leave my body because I'll be dead. See, this is again fruitive actions. And this is again abandoning the attachment to fruitive actions. A practical question. Gurudev, when I'm die, I have registered myself that the hospital people can come and take my eyes because I'm dead, but these eyes can use for some other purpose, for some other person can be used. So I've donated my eyes, which is very good, right? But Gurudev said, no, this is a fake donation. When you leave this body, Gurudev told him, when you die, when you leave this body, even this body doesn't belong to you. What to speak of your eyes? So something which doesn't belong to you, how are you going to donate to others? The donation means when you are alive, and when you donate your eye, that is called donation, and you get so much benefits by doing this action. This is called actual donation. Not when I die, because when you die, your wealth is not your wealth, your house is not your wealth, your body is also not your body. Then, after the soul quits this body, then how are you going to donate that? You don't belong there. Understand? You can't donate neighbor house. Hey, I'm donating. Hey neighbors, I donated your house. You say, who are you to donate my house? It's absurd. Yes. So donating means I donate what I possess. So we can measure all other areas from this one example. I donate what I have and I get results of those donations which I have. It can be any area. I donate my house, I donate my car, I help someone with something. But very specific, be alert. It has to be for the sake of Krishna. If I'm donating this to XYZ reasons, I may get in problem, mess up with my samskars. If my eye's been donated to a terrorist, and terrorist got this eye operation and got my eye, and with this my eye, the terrorist killing 20 people, I'm going to suffer the reaction of this forever, 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 forever. So it's a very dangerous game. And that's why Srila Prabhupada, all our acharyas, they want to play safe. They want us to play safe. That if it is Krishna centered, then there is no any risk of fruitive actions. When it is human being centered, then it's always a danger of going through reactions, even next life. I have $100,000, I'm going to give to my son. And what my son is going to do? Party, alcohol, drinking, playing cards, eating meat. And I supported my son with $100,000. And then I died. What will happen? Very risky. In next birth, I'm going to continue with the reactions of what my son is doing with that money. Continuing because I supported the crime. A person who does crime is criminal. One who support the crime is also called criminal. Where do you live, Atul Prabhu?
Do you mean like geographically or I live in Barranquilla, Colombia?
Colombia. Oh, I have planned to come Colombia
Oh,
next
wonderful. When?
January.
Okay.
I have a plan to visit first time Latin America. I've been to Mexico, Costa Rica, but I have a plan to come Colombia, Peru, Argentina, Chile. These 5, 6 Latin America countries. Okay, hopefully, if survive, I will come and meet all the devotees there. Okay, so my question here is, uh, I got distracted with this. So you live in Colombia. I heard very good things about Colombia. I really want to meet devotees there in Colombia. What was my question? I got so excited with Colombia.
Well, you were talking that if you give a donation $100,000 to your son, but that son, misuses that, then you
Yes,
have to feel your
I got the
reaction.
point. So, if I'm in Colombia, Atul Prabhu, for example, I'm not going to do that, but for example, if I kill 2 people, I stab them, and I say, Atul, I'm first time in your country, you're my friend, can you please save me, protect me? And you feeling pity on me and say, yes, yes, please come, take shelter in my home. And police is in search. Police is searching me because I did a crime. And if police search me, find me in your house, definitely police is going to arrest me. But is police going to release you or spare you?
No.
But you have not done crime. It's me who have done crime, not you.
Hmm.
What police is going to do with you?
They will do something similar, I will believe. Perhaps not for the same amount of time, but definitely some punishment because I knowingly, because I don't know, legally, if I didn't know, if you were just a friend and you were like, hey, I can stay a couple of days with you, I would be like, yeah, sure. And I was not aware, I guess in that case, that will not be a crime. But if I knew that you wanted to hide and I knowingly allow that and they can prove that, then yes, of course, there's not going to punish me like I was the one who did the killing, but there will be proportionately some kind of punishment because I was,
You supported
uh,
the crime.
yes, exactly. There was other kind of crime, but yes, definitely.
So, supporting any crime is also crime.
Exactly.
This is my main point. In the same way, we have this is what we have to learn in Krishna consciousness. This is something we have to learn in this Krishna talks, ashram talks. Supporting a crime is also a crime. So if I am fully aware and knowing that my wealth, my legacy, my everything going to my children, my brother, or whoever it is, and I know very well they are not devotional people and they're going to use this in nonsense activities. They are doing crime, but I have supported that crime knowingly. So who's going to get the reactions of this? Me. But then I'm dead. I'm in a next life. So even in the next life, this crime will not going to relieve me. It's going to attack me or get arrested in some way or the other. It's a very, very subtle dealing, very subtle dealing. This we have to learn in our daily practices. And, oh no, but I'm attached to my father, I'm attached to my mother. I'm not, to due respect, I'm not saying we should not have. That's fair enough and that is natural. But to a certain degree, to a certain level, and this is what Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also teaching to Arjun. When Arjun is not ready to fight with his own uncles, with his family members, and there's a point where Krishna chastised Arjun. You're speaking like a learned person. Klebyam ma sagama paratha. You're speaking like a learned person, but you are a unique. You are a foolish. You're speaking like a pandit, a learning person, but you have no knowledge. You're feeling attachment to them because your family members, they're dead. I'm seeing they're dead. And from that, Krishna took Arjun from the transition of this, from the attachment to the higher level of understanding, to reconciling everything in fair terms. This is what Krishna did, and this is entire Bhagavad Gita is about. Taking from this level of, and then on the words of Krishna, then Arjun, when realized with this knowledge, Raja Vidya, with this knowledge, then Arjun starts shooting arrows. Be fully satisfied because this is Krishna centered. But prior to that, Arjun was self-centered. I just want to become a beggar on the street. I can survive begging alms from here and there. I don't want to kill my relatives just for the sake of getting kingdom. I don't want to become the king. Krishna, I don't want this kingdom. I don't want this battle. They are my family members. He's my uncle. He's my cousin. He's my brother. Krishna said, this is foolish concept. What Krishna is trying to do? Telling Arjun to be my-centered, not your self-centered. Because even you going to leave this body, not to speak of all others. So do actions, not fruitive actions, actions which leading to pleasure of Krishna, called Krishna actions. So there's a great learning with this verse. The verse says, Tattva karma phala sangam nitya tripto nirashaya karmanya abhi pravitto api neva kinchit karoti saha. Beautiful verse. Abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities. When we do so, if we do so, we are doing right actions. We are doing Krishna actions. The wise actions, because ultimately it's going to come back on me. If I move my head up and spit, where is going to come? On my face.
Yes.
So this is a test. My actions, how I'm using my house, how I'm using my car, how I'm using my family members, how I'm not using is utilizing, how I'm utilizing my body, how I'm utilizing my legacy, anything. This is my independent decision, and I'm going to heap results even after this life and after other life, many lifetimes, because of my one action, and that is Krishna conscious actions. And that's why ending up here, my time is over. After saying this, after Krishna said this in chapter 4, what Krishna is telling in chapter 18 is very important. Sarva dharman paritajya mam ekam sharanam raja. Or give up all other actions and surrender unto me. No, Krishna. I'll get sinful reactions if I don't take care of my parents. No, Krishna. If I don't serve community, if I don't serve my children, if I don't serve this and that, isn't it sinful? Krishna is saying, Aham tom sarpapim. I'm going to take all your sins if you believe there's going to be a sin. Otherwise, there is no sins. I'm ready to take all those sins. Ma Shucha, don't fear, just surrender to me. Means all talks, ashram talks on Krishna based. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. This was truly enlightening, I will say. Um, it's easier to understand with your words, but just because it's easier to understand doesn't necessarily mean that I automatically can do it like this.
No, it will
And
take
that's
time.
why we have this gift of life to try and do and evolve. And knowing that I should focus more on, okay, I am doing this. Why am I doing this? Okay, no, I'm doing this for me. How can I do this for Krishna? Or should I even be doing this at all? Sometimes that's a very good question. And I truly, truly thank you so much for having this time to share this wisdom, not only with me, but with everybody who is watching this episode. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.